With Andrew. I am Andrew Sapiano. Thank you so much for joining me on this lovely Sunday afternoon. I hope you guys are having an awesome weekend so far. I hope you guys are ready for the week because it's coming. It's already Sunday afternoon, so we only got a little bit of time left in the weekend. That doesn't mean we can't make it great, and I hope whatever you guys have been doing has been awesome and you've been rocking it out. Quick update, my weight loss course is just about finished. If you're interested in getting early bird access into it, definitely drop me a comment, send me a message, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. The weekend is really what I wanted to come on and talk here a little bit about today. The week, a successful week, really starts with preparation on the weekend. There's not too much that... I should rephrase that actually. Throughout the week, there's a lot going on, and it's not uncommon for us to get a little bit ahead of ourselves or a little bit overwhelmed or a little bit stressed out or a lot of bit, hectic lives. We live very busy lives. So anything we can do to set ourselves up for success on the weekend is only going to be more beneficial throughout the week because, life happens, stuff happens, and if we don't have a contingency plan, we'll call it, then we can get really off course really fast. That's where I wanted to come in, give some tips to help me sort of plan my week. What did I call this? Hacks on weekend hacks that can set you up for a successful week. And got some tips that help me. I want to share them. Hopefully they help you too. Let's get right to it. Tip number 1 to set yourself up for a successful week. You wouldn't even think about it, but it's reward yourself. And this is one of the things that I talk about a lot because we don't always see our lives as something to reward ourselves with, right? We always see, what could have been or what could have been done or what should have been done or, man, maybe I should have done this different or maybe I should have incorporated this or, this, that, blah, yada, 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 all the way through. And we really, a lot of times, lose focus as to the good that we've done. Whatever we've done great that week or that month or this year, right? We can still talk about this year because it's still the first month, so it's still the forefront on our mind, right? So, but what you have to realize more than anything is that life is actually a struggle, and nothing worthwhile having in life is done without some sort of trial and error and tribulation and something that you went through that you came out on the other side type thing. So you really need to reward yourself because this is something that we don't always do as humans, right? But if you think about it, you go to work and you get rewarded with money, right? You come home and you get rewarded with a family that loves you, right? All sorts of things that you do in your life, and there's not a lot that we do in our lives that we don't expect or hope for some sort of reward in, right? We don't do things just for the sake of doing things. We do things because we want to get rewarded. We want acceptance, right? We want validation. We want all that things. That's just us being human, right? There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the way that we are. That's the way that we're programmed, the way that we're wired, all sorts of that stuff. So that's really what it comes down to more than anything is you need to be able to reward yourself because you have to understand that what you did last week, last month, last year was awesome, right? Nobody else could have done what you did. And for that in itself is a reason to reward yourself, to be happy, to give yourself that pat on the back, that good kick in the boot. Like you need it. You need to take a step back every once in a while and just understand that what you're doing is awesome, whether or not it's taking you in a direction that you want to go. It's still worthwhile celebrating your successes. It's also worthwhile celebrating your failures too, because now you know what doesn't work and you can focus on what does work. Reward yourself. Be kind to yourself. Take care of yourself, right? You only have one body. You only have one life. Take care of it and love it. Own it. Tip number 2 to set yourself up for a very successful week is meal prep. This was a savior for me in particular, and I know that Tina likes it too, and I know that it can be very beneficial for you because meal prep just gives you one less thing to do. This is what I talked about off the top of the show here, is that we live very busy lives. We don't always have time to do everything that we want to do in the day. So that's why we need to prep, right? We need to prepare for sometimes the next day, sometimes the next week, right? The next month. And and meal prep is, I mean, that every single day you're going to need to eat 3 times a day. And you're going to need to eat probably more than that because, you get hungry in between meals, and you shouldn't deprive yourself of food. You just need to watch what you're eating, right? How you're consuming it, how much of it you're consuming, all that. So this is really what it comes down to. Now, a lot of times you won't really want to eat the same thing all week. It happens. I get it. But anytime that you can take 1 or 2 meals off of your plate, I guess we'll call it. See what I did there? But anytime you can take a thing or 2 off of your list to get done and just give you more of a, what are you looking for? You're looking, peace of mind. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for some peace of mind knowing that you meal prepped on Sunday or Saturday or whenever you did it, and you have food for, at the very least, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and probably Thursday, right? Depending on how much meal prep you did. So, and again, that's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to try and, plan it out for the whole week if you can. Or what normally happens, sometimes tend to happen, is you just leave Friday open, right? Because we want to do whatever we want to do on Friday. Plus, we're rewarding ourselves, right? So maybe you do give yourself a little bit of a treat. You give yourself something that you normally wouldn't have throughout the week, right? But planning your meals, preparing your meals on the weekend is going to be very beneficial for you, having one less thing to do throughout the week. It's very simple, as easy as just making, 2, 3, or 4 times the amount of food, right? Whatever you have available for you, right? You're not trying to do more than what you have, because you can't cook more food than you have. But whatever food you can cook, and this is where meal prep comes really into play, because you're already cooking. Right? So if you're already cooking and you just add, say double or triple the ingredients, the recipe, then that's all there is to it, right? You're just making more food of what you're already making. And, some tips some stuff that we like to do is just stir fries. What did we have the other day was like beef burritos, right? And this is food that gives you, or this is stuff that you cook that gives you food for multiple days, multiple times of the day even, right? You could even make something in the morning that you have for the rest of the day that you're eating, right? And then that just gives you one less thing to worry about for the rest of the day, because that's it. You're going to be eating 3 times a day, every single day, and at least 2 or 3 times you're going to be snacking, because we get hungry. It's human nature. That's what happens. So trying to think of 3 meals every day and snacks and all the other stuff, along with work and the kids and cleaning and laundry and life itself, can get very overwhelming. Meal prepping helped me immensely. That's one of my favorite things that I like talking about. My next tip is to set a goal for the week. And this is actually something to give you something to look forward to get excited about. And this goal can be anything you want it to be, right? My goal for the week is to meal prep. Boom, there you go. On Sunday, you already finished it. Or it could be my goal for next week is to meal prep for the next week. So then on Sunday is when you have to finish that goal, right? But setting yourself up a goal gives you something to look forward to, gives you something to be excited about, and it also gives you something to cross off your, life's to-do list. And it could be something as simple as, I'm going to incorporate 1 serving of fruits and vegetables to my meal every night. And that's it. That's all. If that's a goal of yours, if that's something that you're not really doing right now, that's an awesome goal. I love it. That's perfect. Your goal could be, I want to drink 1 glass of water every day all week. Boom. There you go. Easy tip for that. One thing that Tina told me was she heard that you leave a glass of water in the bathroom. And that way you can sort of clean yourself out, flush out the toxins right off the bat. That's another little cheat code on a way to boost your water intake right off the bat. So there you go. There you go. If your goal is to drink 1 glass of water every day, that's as easy as it could be. You just leave the glass of water in your bathroom for overnight, and then it's right in front of you as soon as you wake up. That's an easy way to incorporate it. But setting a goal for the week is that's going to be that's really what you want to do, because you don't want to just live life as just free flowing, right? You want to plan, you want to goal set, and you want to give yourself something to get excited about, right? To live for. So set a goal for the week. And like I said, it doesn't have to be anything extravagant. It could be. It could very well be something very extravagant that you don't know whether or not you're going to finish this week, right? Maybe I want to exercise every day, and you don't know if you're going to be able to finish it, but you do. Or you try at least very well. So give yourself something to look forward to. That's I like setting goals, and then also it's something to cross off your list, right? I didn't really think of this too much until until Tina really drove it into me, is that list making can actually be fun. You cross something off your list and it makes you feel really accomplished, and then from there you can reward yourself. My next tip is to tackle the chores list. And this is just one next thing that you're gonna cross off your list of things to do. Because we do get very busy. We lead very busy lives. Most of the time we have too much stuff and not enough time to do it in. So, on top of, let's go through this list again, right? We're going to cook 3 meals a day. We're going to take care of the kids. We're going to do laundry. We're going to wash the car. We're going to, clean up the house, do this and this and this and this and this. And to get all that done every single day can be a little bit overwhelming. Not that it can't be done, and not that it's not your style or whatever, but it is going to be a challenge, and it can get very overwhelming, and you can wind up very stressed out and not finishing anything. So that's why we use the weekend, where we can, to cross off maybe not as many chores as we can off the list, but a good chunk of them, right? We're waking up a little bit earlier because we don't want to sleep the day away. So therefore we have a little bit more time to do things. And this is just stuff that needs to be done anyways, right? So any time that you can do it is a good time because it has to get done anyways. But when you can do it on the weekend and then just give yourself less to think about throughout the week, so you can have more time to focus on what actually matters to you, that's where the benefit comes in. When you can take stuff when you can cross stuff off your list, when you can take stuff off of your plate, when you can really give yourself as much time and energy and effort as possible throughout the week to keep going, because we get very busy throughout the week, and it's not uncommon for it to be 9, 10, 11 o'clock, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, it's 11 o'clock and I got to be up super early tomorrow. This is not going to be a fun day. And then that's sort of where that next day gets somewhat written off, right? Because we go to work and then we do a little bit of what we can, but for the most part that night's written off. And so then that's one night's worth of things that needs to get done at a different time automatically, because it needs to get done. So when you can take the weekend to really tackle it, really grind it out, get the family together and help out and really bang it out real quick, that's going to help you immensely throughout the week. Gives you less to worry about, less to think about, and more time and energy you can be allotted towards stuff that actually matters to you. My next tip is to go to bed early. I know we talked about a lot, doing a lot and going a lot, but come Sunday evening, one of the best things you can do, one of the best investments you can make is in yourself and sleep. Sleep is going to be really the be all and end all of your health and wellness. If you're not sleeping enough, your body's not repairing properly. You are going to tend to be a little bit on the grouchy side, and life's not really fun when you're tired all the time. And you need to get the amount of sleep that you can, or that you should, or that's possible, right? And since we can't always sleep in because we have, obligations and responsibilities and all that stuff, the easiest thing we can do is to go to bed early. And that's going to be, that's where it is right there. And it doesn't have to be super early. It can just be half an hour, an hour if you can. I mean, if you can't, you can't, right? It happens. But if you can, definitely that would be one of the great tips that I can give is, give yourself the gift of sleep, the gift of rest. Now, if you're not tired, don't go to bed, because I did read somewhere that if you're not tired, it's not beneficial for you to go to bed, because you'll just be laying there tossing and turning, and then your brain doesn't actually realize that it's time to go to bed, and there's all sorts of stuff that can happen with that. So if you're not tired, don't force yourself to go to bed. But if you can, if at all possible, definitely an extra half an hour of sleep will just be more beneficial for you in the long run, because then you wake up, you're not as tired, you're not as groggy, you're not as grumpy, and you're a little bit well rested and ready to take on the day. So an easy way to get more sleep is to go to bed early, because like I said, we can't always sleep later, but that's sort of a situational basis. If you can, you can. If not, don't worry about it. There's always the next day. There's always the next week, right? It happens. And then my last tip, more than anything, is essential oils. What I wanted to do here is sort of go through my little routine that I do. I have a routine that I go through every day with regards to putting or applying oils on me, in me, all sorts of that stuff. Right away, what I do is I've got frankincense and copaiba. These are two of my favorite oils, actually. Copaiba is great for, it's actually known as one of the most anti-inflammatory oils on the planet. So everything inflammation is great, is helped out by this one. And then frankincense is the king of oils. So I mean, anything that you've got wrong in you, it can probably be taken care of with a little bit of frankincense. What I do is I take a drop of each of these underneath my tongue. Mm-hmm. And then what that does is it just passes through the digestive tract, and it goes right, or it passes through your digestive tract and goes right into your bloodstream, where it can be distributed to all parts of the body. Just as a quick side note, when I'm talking about taking oils internally, I'm only talking about a company called doTERRA. I do not know about any other company's oils. I know that these ones are good to be taken internally, but please don't go to your local health food store and buy an oil and take it internally, because I do not know what's in them or what it will do to you. I do know about these ones. My next oil that I take is a lemon. I like taking lemon. I like taking lemon in my water. Again, we're talking cleansing, detoxifying, and then citrus, right? So it's naturally uplifting, invigorating, stuff like that. I don't actually like the smell or the taste of lemons, but I will have the lemon oil all day, every day. It comes from the rind of the fruit, so it's a little bit less intense than a lemon peel or a lemon, peel, I guess. Slice is the word I'm looking for. So that's really what I like about the oil. I don't tend to like the zestiness, the spiciness of the lemon fruit, vegetable. But I do like the lemon oil. It's a little bit of more of a calm down version, so that I can take all the time. Another one that I like taking is peppermint roller blend. I like using the roller version of this one. It's just got the roller top on it. I like using this one for my exercise, actually. What I do is just roll a little bit on my neck like that. What it does is just give a nice little massage there. What it does is it just opens up my airways, allows for clear breathing, and especially when I'm exercising and you get that wheezing feeling, right? I don't like that. So peppermint helps to open up my airways, and that's what I use that one for. And then my next one is a blend that I made. I called it the Mood Swinger. And this one is a blend of oils, citrus bliss, peppermint, lavender, and frankincense. I have this one also in a roller bottle. And this one is for any time that I'm feeling a little bit down or a little bit, out of it, and I need to swing my mood back into place. That's what I like. That's where I made this one. One of the things that I learned at convention, when you blend oils together, it actually enhances the benefit of all the oils in that blend. It produces a synergistic effect. So that's why I love blending them together. And what that's going to do is it's just going to give you enhanced benefits. Sign me up. That's all I got for you for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you got some value out of this. Feel free to share this with your friends, a family member, perhaps somebody from your team that you feel needs to hear this. If you'd like to learn more about essential oils or how to get your hands on some of this cool stuff that I'm talking about, definitely drop me a comment, send me a message. Subscribe to my channel also. And thank you so much for joining me. I look very forward to talking to you guys again. And I love you. Bye for now.